So my name is Helder. I'm a prosthetist here at Open Bionics. We do 3D printed prostheses, so we have a few products nowadays on our product line. So we have products for activity arms. We have our main product, which is the Hero arm, which is a myoelectric prosthesis, and we've recently come out with our new product, which is the Hero Gauntlet, which is a product for partial hand. So the Hero arm is a product that is 3D printed, so that comes with its own advantages, one of them being kind of the lightweightness of it, the breathability of the socket, the fact that it's 3D printed. It allows us to fully customize it to the patient, and it allows users to kind of express themselves through their prosthesis, because we're not trying to look like a hand, it's different, and kind of be proud of it. So it's making sure that people are proud of using their Hero arms, they're proud of their limb differences with the range of accessories that they can have with their Hero arm, their covers, changing the colors, changing the styles, and it really allows people to express themselves, and that's kind of one of the things that we're most proud of. So one of the things that kind of allowed us to be where we are today is the fact that 3D printed is something that you can start as a hobby, which is kind of how this whole company started. Was like a uni project from our CEO, and the fact that 3D printing about 10 years ago was just starting to kind of to come up. He used that to his advantage by, like, you can prototype, print those prototypes, try it out, see what works, what doesn't, do it again, and you can do that like in a fairly cheap way, which kind of allowed us to get to the point where we are today, so fully using the 3D printing potential. It all started with kind of back in the beginning with Open Bionics. We got an opportunity to go to America for a project that was fully funded by Disney at the time, and that's kind of where we first met, where we first got in contact with them, and we just kind of build up on that relationship. And yeah, we've been fortunate enough to be able to use kind of Disney images into our cover design, which is something that people often really want to, like being able to have an arm that looks like Iron Man. It's great. It's great for children, great for adults as well. I mean, I would have one myself. We've had people that were looking into, for example, like a modeling career, and it hadn't really been picked up. Once they had their Hero arm, it really gave them a boost on their confidence. They put themselves kind of out there a bit more, and they were managed to pursue that career, and nowadays they're really being successful in that. So it's always good to see that you have such an important kind of input on someone's life. So that's quite a fun one. In general, when you get people saying like, this has changed my life, it gave me my confidence back, sometimes on kids when they are kind of a bit more on the shy side, when they get it, you can see the difference. Like I've recently saw a kid that I've delivered a Hero arm maybe about a year ago. They were 14 at the time, they were a bit shy. I saw them this year, they're 15, they're so much more out there, and it's really good to see that we are playing a part on that. And one of the unique things about it is that everything is developed in-house. So our electrodes are developed in-house, our hand is developed in-house. So we have the R&D team, which is plays a big role in the success of the company, having so much talent in here that we can develop these things and just be able to fully take advantage of it. And yeah, with our trial kit, so this is basically what we do when we're putting it on a patient to see if they're going to be eligible for the Hero arm or not. We use our two sensors, we place them around their arm. We also use our app, which has Bluetooth connectivity to the hand. When I go, for example, onto my muscle graphic, if I'm putting the electrodes on someone's arm, I can kind of twitch around and I can see if there is a good signal or not, and just move it around. So it plays a really important part. Also the app, we now have it kind of being developed in-house as well. Hopefully we're going to be with a much bigger operation, so we're looking into growth, and we are kind of growing, especially in the US market, where we've opened up new clinics this year, and we want to open up more in there. We also have a European team that's always entering in new countries, so that we can bring the Hero arm, and not only the Hero arm, but all of range of products to as many people as we want to. In the UK, we're now looking onto NHS, which is something that we've been developing this year. We've now applied for a couple of tenders, which we've successfully gone into, which means that we can be a provider on the NHS, and it is something that that we are going to go to explore further and see that picking up is really good. One advantage that comes with being in Bristol is that it's often like a place that people want to visit. It's a place that has a lot of stuff going on as a city, so people are drawn to it. But also because there are universities here, there are big companies like Dyson, have MOD, you have Rolls-Royce, so it's kind of an engineering hub, so it's really good to have like all this talent brought into here, and also being in a cool city where people want to come, so it makes it kind of easier when it comes to human resources for us to be able to get people. Flagship, kind of our original product, the Hero Arm, okay? So in here we have a multi-articulated hand, so what that means just means that it has several grips onto it. So in this case, turn it on. There we go. And once the light goes back, so now I can use it by using the sensors inside, so the same ones that were used on the trial kit when we're placing it on the patient's residual limb, then those positions get marked, and then when we make the socket, which is fully customized to the person, then those sensors that are inside, they will be on those spots. So then when people are contracting their muscles, so when they close up, when they tense up their muscles, the hand's gonna close. It's going to close. When they tense up their muscles the other way, then the hand is going to open. Okay, and that's how you're going to be able to operate the arm. And then it's just about learning how to use it. So if I hold on to my opening, then it brings my thumb out, thumb back out, thumb back in, just by using the sensors. And now I have access to a different grip. Press on the button, it takes me to a different side of grips. So now I'm just using tripod, bringing that back up, using tripod there, and then I can continue to circle to go through kind of the grips that the Hero Arm has. So all the covers are magnetic, so you just need to pull them away and bring them back in. Same thing with this one, and all the arms have a BOA system built into them. So you might have seen these in like shoes, ski boots, gloves, they're all everywhere, this kind of system. So basically, it just allows the arm to open up so that the user can put it on, press that, twist, and it tightens it up, okay? And you can adjust how much tension you want on it. So it allows kind of you to adjust your fit on the go. Covers, even after you've had the arm, you can have more done, because we already have the files, they are all unique to their arm, and we have about 6 or 7 different textured covers. We can do them like 10, 15 colors, plus the Disney one. So the options that you can have on your arm are quite big, and you can even get like plain ones and just fully customize them, which is quite cool, and people often like to do that. Then we go on to our sports arm. So this is a much more simple device. The idea with this is fully waterproof, and again we have the same BOA system here to allow for you to adjust the fit on the go, but this time around we're gonna have a little wrist button which you can press. It takes your terminal device off. This one, for example, is a cycling one, but you could get a weightlifting one, you could get a kayak one, whatever you would want, and you just pop it back in here, and now you can do a different activity. Okay, so this one, no electronics, so it's going to be even lighter than the Hero Arm, and you can use it for a variety of sports, and because it's much more simple in the way it's built, it's going to be much more kind of robust and just meant for you to kind of abuse it a bit more. Go on to our latest product here, which is our Hero Gauntlet, and this is going to be for partial hands. So taking from the heritage of the Hero Arm, we have the magnetic covers in there, and in there as well we also have the BOA system. This time around the BOA system is going to be to adjust the tension on the hand. So, and this one is a mechanical device, so you flex your wrist. So by doing that movement, when you flex your wrist, it closes up the fingers. When you relax it, the fingers straighten back up. The boa system this time around is going to be to adjust how much tension you can put. So if I have it kind of quite loose, then I need to really close up my wrist so that I can close the fingers. But if I tense it all the way back up, then with just a little bit of movement of the wrist, I can get my fingers to fully close.